In the Gospel of Luke, chapter 19, we read, Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through. A man was there by the name of Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was wealthy. He wanted to see who Jesus was. But because he was short, he could not see over the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore fig tree to see him, since Jesus was coming that way. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and said to him, Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today. He came down at once and welcomed him gladly. Dear friends, the Gospel passage which we read just before speak about a man named Zacchaeus. He was very curious to know who Jesus was. Even though he was short in appearance, his curiosity to know Jesus was very high. Because of his curiosity, he climbed upon a fig tree to see Jesus. His curiosity made him see Jesus. So, curiosity plays a major role in our lives. Albert Einstein says, I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. Only because of curiosity did Albert Einstein make a revolutionary discovery in the world. Curiosity is the fuel of learning, discovery and entertainment. It is the desire to know the unknown. It is a superpower when you have the courage to use it in the right place at the right time. In our day-to-day life, there will be many instances where we may be having many questions to ask. And these questions are what curiosity is. Curiosity and hard working are very closely related. When we have a deep curiosity for something, we will work hard to achieve it. We are very familiar with the world's biggest sports shoe brand Nike and its founder Phil Knight. He was very curious to know about shoes, which is an unusual thing. All his friends mocked him when he spoke of his curiosity for shoes. Even his father mocked him by saying, crazy dream. He worked hard for his curiosity. Years passed and later it came to be known as the world's biggest sports shoe brand, Nike. This is why I said curiosity and hard working are closely related. Dear friends, what I mean is, if you are curious about something, work hard for that amidst all the difficulties. You will find success in it. The people who have changed the world by their deeds were the people who had great curiosity in their lives. There are mainly three ways to develop curiosity in our lives. The first way is to ask questions. Life is full of questions to ask. Live in the present and notice the things that fascinate you most. Solve the mysteries that you can't stop thinking about. This is the best way to improve curiosity. The second important way is to conquer fear. The more curious you are, the less afraid you will be. Focus on the positive outcomes when you try something new. The third way is to keep an open mind. This is essential if you are to have a curious mind. Be open to learning, unlearning and relearning. Some things you know and believe might be wrong, and you should be prepared to accept this possibility and to change your mind. It is said that curiosity is the spark behind the spark of every great idea, and the world belongs to the curious. Curiosity is important for excelling in any job and doing it better, because you ask questions, learn from others, and look for ways to do your job better. The mind of curious people is active. Curiosity is an important ingredient for the process of learning at every age. When we speak of curiosity, it is also important to speak on interest in the world. As we live in this era, it is good to know what is happening in and around the world. It is also good to know the fashion and trends of the world. Today, all of us are dependent on the technologies of the world. And day by day, new technologies are introduced in the world. Father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi says, "You must be the change you wish to see in the world." So, dear friends, have the courage to work hard for your curiosity and be a change in the world and be a part of history.